What's going on, everybody? I'm CaptainRoBear, and this is Horde of Valhalla, side quest number 1. We are finally here.
Oh man.
We've been building this one up now. Looks like we're gonna have to deliver, boys.
The anticipation.
Truly. We've definitely taken a little bit of extra time getting all settled in to this new setting for 5th edition, but oh, is it so sweet? And I'm glad we did. We've taken a little bit of extra time to make the story that much sweeter. We hope you guys enjoy this lovely little commission game. Thank you guys for once again trusting me to take you guys on an adventure. I appreciate you guys giving me the opportunity to tell stories within this setting, man. Couldn't do it without you guys. We're gonna go round robin. We got all familiar faces at the table, but we got a lot of people playing new stuff. So Dev, what are you rocking for Viking D&D?
I'm actually going to play a War Cleric this time. So I've never played a War Cleric fully, but it does have that Paladin flavor in it again, because, you know, it hits hard as shit.
And it does have, it's got a built-in smite, so you feel at home.
Uh-huh.
You feel at home on that one. Is it a radiant damage still?
Oh yeah, everything's still radiant damage on
still
it.
Radiant damage.
But I do have access to inflict wounds.
Yes. So. I love it. Soccer. So, yeah. You're mixing it up.
Bloody. Yep. Playing a warlock this time. He's actually considered a dwarf, but he's more just like a smaller person. Which, well, he's a little bit of an outcast.
Oh man.
He's got a little work upstairs. Same old Darcy's.
Hey, once again, just getting me with the DARs. Eventually, I'm sure I will end up reading the wrong character sheet at some point in time, like I did last night. Green's back with us on a new campaign. Couldn't get enough of us just over in Game of Saving Throws side quest. It's going to be joining us for this one as well. Appreciate you, my friend. Are you playing something out of your wheelhouse that you've never played before?
Yep. Huff is a bear totem barbarian who likes to grapple people and bite them like a bear does. Never done that before.
You know what? I just don't know what it's going to be like without you rolling plus 15 on everything I ask for you.
I'll have to roll a little bit better.
Yeah, the problem is that good old bear totem makes me really think about my my design, because of just how beefy they are with having resistance to everything except for psychic damage. So yeah, bear totem comes out, it's like a psionic awakening. Truly. Zero, you're rocking something different as well.
I am. Bjarke. In Norse, it actually stands for bear. And if you've ever watched the 4th Kickboxer movie with Hafthor Bjornsson in it as the main bad guy, my character is a monk, and all he is a pit fighter. He's going to grapple, he's going to do some Muay Thai knees, and he's going to yeet some mofos.
I love it.
I'm looking forward to roll to yeet.
His is definitely one of the ones that we've kind of combined that class inside. So we've taken a few things from the Journey to Ragnarok 5e, which I highly recommend. You have the link in almost every YouTube video that we ever do with it's Viking related is all listed down there. I'll post it a couple of times in chat. But we've essentially been able to take bits and pieces out of it and kind of toss them into the classes that are already inside D&D Beyond. So I can't recommend it enough. There's some really fun stuff inside there.
Absolutely.
40, what you rocking?
I'm actually, for the first time ever, playing a fighter. And we actually mixed in a little bit of the Journey to Ragnarok Ranger archetype into it. The Wolfpack leader.
Yeah.
Mixed with the champion fighter.
Yeah. Once again, I'm sure I'm gonna have to find out how many action surges are you trying to do. 40? I got 5 of them. I got 5 action surges this turn. I need to attack 16 times. I'm sure you'll find a way to 40 it out for sure.
See what I can
To yeet.
Rance is back on a Monday night with us again. Good to have you, my friend.
It's good to be here, Cap. I'm going to be playing Snorri, human. He is a Viking seer, tatted up with one eye. It's going to be fun.
If you look at his token is from the lovely site dmheroes.com. Can't recommend them enough when you need to go out and try to make your own character token. You want some customization to it. But you know, this son of a bitch over here, I'm sitting here and I'm going, man, where did you find this eyeliner and these face tats? When I go to make mine, I spent a good 40 minutes in true man fashion, not asking for instructions or help. I could have just DM'd him. It was literally seconds away. But no, it was obviously because I couldn't find it here in the UI. No, he just pulled that thing into Photoshop and just threw a couple things up.
Yep.
You were the bane of my existence, and I did not know it for. It wasn't until the second day that I asked him. I'd wrecked my pride enough to finally tell him. And I will be playing. I'm going to be playing a new cleric domain, one that I have not got to play yet. Just came out in Tasha's. I am playing the Peace domain. And
I was looking at that.
Dude, when you first read it, people are going to be like, Peace domain? Oh, man, what'd they do to cleric? Let me tell you what they did to cleric. They gave me a non-concentration bless.
Ooh, oh,
yep.
Shit.
Non-concentration bless is what you get as your channel divinity. The Balm of Peace. You get a. Hold on. No. You get the channel divinity is Balm of Peace, which is a whole other thing within itself. But yeah, this ability that you have essentially like links people together in an emboldening bond.
Yeah, so it's like the damage thing, right?
Yeah, so you got to be, you essentially get blessed if you're within 30 feet of other people that were blessed. So like it's going to pair well with the pack tactics of the wolves, and I'm very, very excited to get to play test it.
So that explains the hippie token. Sniffing cloud.
Dude, I immediately knew, like, it was perfect when we were looking up, and it's one of the new Commander Legends cards, and its name is Hans, and I looked down and was like, that's Arnfrid. That's him right there. Sometimes
distant cousin.
Yeah, I mean that is that's Uncle Devi Meat Pie right down there, dude. So good. The art on that is just fantastic. All right, guys. Without further ado, we're gonna pick up this bad boy and get going. As I've always said, these commission side quest games, if it has side quests in the title, that means it sits canon inside the story. So we are literally playing in the same universe as Friday night's campaign. So everything we do here will affect the world in some way possible. If you guys are ever interested in joining in on the fun, you can get to my Discord at discord.gg/CaptainRoBear. And you can find all your information there about playing D&D on this channel. So if you're interested, come be a part of the community and join us over there. And as always, thank you to our sponsors, Voodoo Ranger, Roll20, DnDBeyond.com. Thank you for enabling us to live our best D&D lives. We pick up with all of these adventurers together. Currently deep within these northern woods. Coming off of once again another annual gathering of a hunt that all of you have participated in now for several years. This year, however, has taken an interesting twist. As news of the developments of the Odin's Eye and their overexpansion have loomed over all conversations. Rezo, being the resident wolves tribesman within this group, has let them know of the encroachment not only on their own hunting lands, but their own sacred territory. As it has been prophesied that this winter may be the longest of all time. The threat of survival, not just for the wolves, but for all the other tribes, is in jeopardy. We pick back up with all of you around that campfire, discussing these matters at the hand, fresh off of another bountiful harvest, yet still incredibly difficult to have garnered the meat that you have. But thankful for your time around each other in this meal that you're about to consume. The scene is yours, gentlemen.
Hi, gentlemen. It was a fun hunt. You did well. It's always a pleasure to have you guys at my side.
Odin willing, we all will be. For the long time to come. Now,
Well,
ask the mead.
one thing I can tell you, I've never seen someone grab a deer by the throat like that and slam it on the ground and snap its neck. That shit, oh, heck, I've seen some crazy stuff, and I've never seen something like that.
RK, the way you manhandled that was incredible.
BRK just looks up.
Whatever did you learn to do something like that? Is that just something that just comes with age?
As you ask him that, BRK walks up and walks over to a tree and kicks the crap out of it with his shin to try to knock it over.
Go ahead and roll strength.
The youth are as lively as ever.
15.
I don't see your roll.
Oh, I didn't do it on roll 20. That's my bad.
Roll 20 or it didn't happen.
6
14.
plus 14.
Oh, that's a 9. 10.
As you strike this tree, just the crack of your own foot, it shivers up everyone else's spine as it echoes throughout the woods.
Huff looks up from his meal for just a moment before diving back in.
What the hell did that tree do to piss you off?
BRK walks back over, sits down, closes his eyes.
Alright, so I believe as long as none of us try to turn into a tree, we might be safe from this son of a bitch. He's got a little couple screws loose, a little couple more than we do, but hopefully that doesn't scare away any more of the hunt around here.
It's from all that men grappling he does.
As you say that, he actually grunts and laughs at the same time.
Alright, we all know about the dire situation.
You spoke of incursions.
Story, have any of the crows seen any visions of this? Any outcome we can win?
Snorri. There is a faction within the crows that do believe this is an issue, but it is the minority. Very much the crows are towing the political line and have not implied that the ruling seat, the tribe of Odin's Eye, has committed heresy against the old gods and the 9 virtues. You were a part of that minority.
It is regretful that our brethren strayed from the true path. We must not be angry with them, for we are all men. We all seek knowledge. We must correct them and set them upon the proper course.
The crow over here talks about setting them on the right course, but look at how mighty they stand. Fucking crows.
Hold your tongue or cut it from your skull.
As you guys start arguing, BRK stands up and looks at both of you. And lowers his hands to tell you to calm down. And all you see is this 7 foot tall, 350 pound man just telling you to be quiet.
We did not wake from hibernation to fight with each other.
I'm glad to have bears at my side. The knowledge of the crows, the oddness, although potentially reliable Jotun sons.
We are all children of the gods. And as I say that, a raven comes down and lands on my shoulder. It's my familiar. And I reach into a small sack and I pull out some dried plant matter and feed it to the raven. And again to myself, and I offer it to those sitting around the fire with me.
I don't eat leaves and I don't eat leaves and grass. I'll have a hunk of this deer.
It's not leaves and grass. These are holy herbs. As he shows you, he literally has a large sack of dried magic mushrooms. We must commune with the spirits of the land.
Snorri, describe what you look like.
I am about 80 years old, deep wrinkles, deep crow's feet that are obscured with thick charcoal, oily eyeliner. I have 3 lines tattooed down my bald head and a large rune tattooed on the side, tattoos down out of my right eye, so my left eye, and I have intentionally carved out my own right eye. And I have a long gray beard, like some Dumbledore length, and all black robes.
This is the man that is offering you mushrooms.
Well, I mean, if this is the guy that's trying to give us mushrooms, apparently he might have taken a few when he tried to take out his eye, trying to be like Odin. Might be some of the greatest shrooms.
The very best.
Awfully tiny to be Odin, isn't he?
Well, odd in his appearance, and certainly very granola, Snorri is a man whom you both trust and respect. He is definitely your group's sage.
BRK reaches his hand out for some of the mushrooms.
So does Kethel.
I'll take some garnish.
If this man says we must trust in the spirits and the gods, then hell I'm in.
Yes. This is the way. The true way.
Constitution saving throw from everyone. DC 22.
Cool.
This is with a disadvantage. (11 plus 3, 14. 6 plus 3, 9. Woo!
Getting stoned, boys.
Oh, that
Going
disadvantage.
on a ride tonight.
Oh, yeah, we are.
19 on both.
19 on both from Bjarke. He's crying.
Do not fight it. Let it take you. Let it consume you. And strengthen your soul.
Man, you guys got the 19s. A lot of 19s out there. However, you all fail. And over a period of time around that communal fire, the flames get more intense. The bits and pieces inside of it become fractal. As your head feels aloof from the rest of your body. over the course of a night of telling tales and weaving in the new information that Rezo has brought, that the Odin's Eye has truly encroached on not just their land, but the virtues themselves. Oddly staring into a fire which seems to be part of the source of the problem, this connection to the cult of the flame. Rezo, you tell the tale of the king of Odin's Eye, Asbjorn the Red, returning back from his most recent raid with not just bounty, but flesh and blood in the form of this wife from a far land of Hibernaria that seems to have brought this cult with her. Staring into that fire, you guys all begin to hear a solitary voice. Children of Odin, the force of Midgard speaks to you. As you guys all hear this, some of you not having experienced anything like this before may have an appropriate reaction. Those more experienced know to sit and listen. For these are grave times. The everlasting winter is true. The virtues have been broken. Is indeed true. The Odin's Eye has strayed from the pack. This very moment, they conduct blasphemous rituals against our own. It will take the strength of not just men, but of all breeds and tribes of Midgard. Rezo, what is your biggest flaw?
I'd say my cockiness, overconfidence.
As this voice echoes through your head, you're shown images of how your overconfidence has led to not only to the death of people that you did know, But this guide, whoever it is, seems to take you through and show you the faces of people you never knew. From choices that you made. Faces that you can't get rid of now. As it sends you through a spiritual journey that feels like a graveyard. Bjarke.
His biggest flaw, he was a pit fighter. He's never lost a match. Because he'll do anything to win. If he thinks he's losing, he'll even cheat.
Each and every fight that you've ever had, Bjarke, it shows you cheating over and over again. You're never given the gratification. You turn to look to see where the crowd is when you raise your hands, and there's nothing there but these blank faces pointing at you, revealing that they know. As they twirl into fractal patterns all around you, an audience that seemed 50 feet away, by the end of it seemed to be inches from your face, as it goes over every single time you've ever cheated. Off.
He starts to lose it, and he grabs the stool he was sitting on, and he just throws it out of anger.
Roll the yeet.
Just my regular attack modifier.
Yeah. Just your regular chuck. I just want to see how far it goes.
20.
11 plus 9. It gets lodged up in some tree limbs. Stuck.
As he throws it, you can just hear him go.
What is your biggest flaw?
Aside from limited intelligence and a poor vocabulary, Huff doesn't really save those who can't save themselves. He grew up in nature, not just in Bear Clan, but amongst bears. And their code of honor is what drives him. And he thinks that it's nature's way to kill the weak. And so he doesn't really tend to help those who are weaker than him.
Off. You see images of your own father, which you don't know at first, but you see him being left for dead by the tribe. Like many runts that you have forsaken within your timeline. You're revealed images that your own family line only exists because of the compassion from someone else outside the tribe. Literally nursing your own father back to strength and guiding him until he's able to fight for reacceptance when he is stronger. Like many before him, his adolescence, hitting later than others in the tribe, would have been outcast and left for dead before he became one of the strongest. It shows you that your own stock and constitution comes from the very thing that you don't believe in. And these images shake those ideals of the strongest survive to your core.
I look at a nearby bug and think about it in a different way.
That's one of those hangovers that hurts so bad that you let the damn ladybug outside the house because you can't even smash it. Your head hurts so bad.
It's all these lights all around me.
I'm gonna do better. I just feel horrible, and I don't know why.
It's the bait shop guy.
Darzakar.
Darzakar's would be the fact he had so much dependence on the might of his older brother that after seeing him fall, he doesn't want to depend on anyone else, but he also doesn't believe that he's strong enough to do it alone. So he wants to somehow bring back his brother. Basically, he doesn't know how to accept help.
You see images where your over-reliance on the people that you look up to the most has cost you. This crippling imposter syndrome and self-confidence of your own abilities, leading for others to make decisions and choices within your own life that you haven't agreed with play over and over through your own head. As this old habit of doing whatever your brother said or did what was right slowly begins to peel away, and you feel a warmth of confidence in your own resolve, as if after this session you feel equipped to control your own destiny. Cathal. Which is actually Cothal. I knew I was going to do it.
I did it too.
Your biggest flaw.
Biggest flaw would be that he's never relied on anyone to do anything. He's always done it himself. Because he feels he can't trust some people or most people to do what needs to be done. So lack of trust, I would say.
An overbelief in the eighth virtue of self-reliance. Driven to your core. has made you incapable of sometimes crafting the best solution. This spirit of the forest shows you time and time again of you tricking yourself into this self-fulfilling prophecy, thinking that your way was the best way no matter what, because it was yours. It manifests from small things as simple as building a fire, a stable, or a house, down to sacramental rites or how to handle ceremonies. Sometimes even aspects of just leadership. It continues to show you other virtues that also exist between discipline, hospitality, honor, truth, and courage, all things that can lead to greater trust in people. And it shows you your greatest accomplishments have always come with the help of other people. And that it's never always just been yourself. After a period of time, Snorri, a man who has walked these visions many times. Your flaws have been on display over a lengthy life. What has been the biggest one that you have worked through? These are not visions that currently show up, but a glimpse into stories past of what he's already been through.
Many years ago, Snorri lacked the courage to stand up to those that were in control of the politics of the Odin's Eye. And because he lacked that courage, he failed in his duties as the Odin's Eye Gothi to guide the Red King down the proper path. And he blames himself for his brethren's current strife as they stray from the 9 virtues and the true way of the old gods.
Snorri, I will reveal to you what is happening in these very woods. It is up to you to convince the others. Snorri, you get visions. In particular, of massive runes inside of a forest ring. You see priestess of the flame. You see members of the Odin's Eye. And you see a blasphemous ritual. You see a large sacrificial altar. And I want you to roll a history check on the person that you see on it.
All right. Seven.
You see a face that you can't make out. But you have this feeling that you've seen them or known them, but you can't place it. And just as easily as you all began this spirit quest, you guys come back to your eyes on that fire.
And I will say, to set the scene, because of Snorri's resistance, while the others fell into their visions thoroughly, Snorri was able to move about and cast a spell, Galder's Tower. But instead of a typical manifestation of the spell, a tower, he cast it at the 3rd level, and they are now in a great hall in the woods. And what was once a small campfire is now a massive hearth. A
Full
long
meat
table.
hall.
Yep. Long table with benches and chairs. Their feast is now strewn across that table. We all have chambers to sleep in.
You guys open your eyes to this before you.
Weren't we just at a campfire? How did we get in here?
Were you?
Well, what the hell was in those shrooms?
And I walk by and I place my hand on his shoulder. With age comes wisdom.
Now, Snorri, I don't care how much wisdom you have. What the hell have their fucking crews been up to that we'll do shit like this? What the hell? What the fuck's this even the deer? That's we went and we... Are you telling me we went in and got the deer for nothing? And you could have been making all of this food? Like, is this a mead hall with, like, food and shit on the tables, right?
Yeah, it's the deer, it's the kill that we made. Nothing is...
Oh.
Yeah.
So
I didn't let...
Sorry, Darzakar woke up in Ponderosa.
Still tripping.
That's on par for him.
yeah. Damn right.
BRK is going to stand up, rip a whole leg off the deer, turn around, walk up to Snorri holding it like a club, just take a bite out of it, nod out of approval, walk into the corner and start doing sit-ups, and every time he sits up, he takes a bite out of it.
Eat and train well, BRK. You will need your strength for the trials ahead. As I walk to my staff, I get this big gnarled wooden staff. As I walk up to the head of the table and sit down, this tall high-back chair with bear fur laid over it. We must gather our strength. This winter is not what it would appear. We have a chance. The gods have revealed to me. We have an opportunity to come together and fight back against the heresy, against the dark rituals that happen in this very forest. And I'll raise my hand, and the crow flies up through one of the windows or outlets in the top of this meat hall. And I tell him, find him. Bring us the last key. Bring us Arnfrid. We'll wait here. Rest until then. And I sit down. I just sip on a large horn of mead.
Now I don't know as much as Snorri when it comes to the gods. And I don't know what any of you saw, or if you saw anything after we ate those mushrooms. But I know what I saw. And I saw my failure. Saw me losing everyone that I cared for. And I was helpless. And I can't be. That can't be the way it goes.
Well, Huff doesn't know what to make of all these words, especially Snorri's deep thinking. But he looks at the smaller human, and for some reasons comparing him to an ant in his head, and decides that he's going to follow along with this raven man. He huffs with approval.
Well, give us that huff, Green.
Huff.
Anything else you guys want to do before you investigate this vision of Snorri's?
Darzakar hearing Rezo talk about what he saw. I don't know, I didn't see anything about some type of fear, but I thought it looked like all of you were all scared and being ninnies, and I was up being the one saving all of you. I think it might be something for the future. I think I might be the one to save you all.
BRK stands up, walks over Darzakar, just shoves that leg into his chest. You finally hear him speak. Eat. And he stands there waiting to see if you'll actually eat it.
Whoa. What? What did you do this thing?
How do you respond?
So you're just holding the fucking deer leg in front of my...
Yeah, he's got you.
Chest.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's up in your personal space, pushing a haunch of that deer, commanding you to eat. How do you respond, Darzakar?
Well, I mean, that's definitely going to be the type of way to respond to someone who's going to be saving you. Thank you.
Bjorn smiles and pats him on the back, but, being the bulk of a man he is, it's kind of like harder than he expects it to be. As he nods and grunts in approval. Right on the top of Darzakar's back.
After you've all had your fill, You get a long night's rest inside that hall. In your dreams, you see bits and pieces of the same vision that Snorri received. These three priests of the flame, locked in ritual, members of the Odin's Eye, sacrificial stone, and a large man that you've never seen before. Rezo, I need you to roll a survival check with disadvantage, so this will be a flat roll for you. As part of your dream, you feel like you're literally a wolf running through the woods. This is your best recollection on trying to recall where this ceremony is taking place inside these woods. Oh. The visions and freedom of you running as a wolf are just far too great. That communal peace is just too freeing after a night of tearing your ego apart. It's just what you needed at the moment, but it will not help guide you to this vision that you have seen. Inside the party, who else is known for their navigational prowess?
I'll be a wanderer, so.
Kothel has wandered. Snorri has also wandered very much in his days. Huff as well?
Mm-hmm. He's an outlander.
Yes.
Okay. Here's what I want you guys to do. We're going to get 3 of these rolls. 1 each of you. You guys will all roll flat on this. Start with Kothel.
That's in survival.
Survival.
22.
16 plus 6. I'll get to the storytelling part after all 3 roll. Huff.
Thirteen.
13. Snorri, it is far past your bedtime.
I'm old and my bones are tired.
As a man who dwells in visions, it has been an exhausting night of just you getting the entire scene correctly. Huff, this has also been a lot to take in. You welcome the sleep and the freedom of your own mind and let it drift to your normal hobbies and interests. Kothel, this vision that replays in the night of these priestesses once again shakes you to the core. Looking down, seeing these runes in an opening in this meadow somewhere deep within the woods. You seem to track bit by bit, firefly by firefly, past each stream and fjord to get here. As if you were flying over that low-lying canopy. You think you have the bead on where exactly this blasphemous ceremony is taking place. You have advantage on survival checks to get there. You and Reza will be working together to try to navigate the entire team there. I need a D20 roll for everybody. This is Constitution. See who wakes up to start on that Viking breakfast. We'll start with you, Dev, and we'll snake our way down. Oh,
22.
22. Let's go. Oh, that 20 was
Oh,
there.
that tease. That one tease on that one.
The giant sleeps.
Rizzo's KO'd. Oh.
Go figure, the old man has to get up to watch the morning news.
Right. Early to bed, early to rise, laddie.
With a 22, Kothel. Breakfast scene inside the meat hall is yours.
Othel's gonna be cooking some more of that venison that we had from the night before, heating it up, making some straps, some bacon out of it if you can. If there's anything fatty, he's gonna try to make some bacon from it. And he's gonna try to whip up some biscuits if he has anything he can do it with.
Thin venison breakfast chops.
Ugh.
Why do
he's
I?
gonna bust out some hot tea as well.
That sounds so good.
Mouth's watering over here.
I'm glad I just ate too, so I'm good.
Dude, there's deer camps all across the United States right now that are that close to that meat hall.
Gosh.
As you guys awaken to the smell of deer gravy, fresh biscuits, guys rise. All of you remembering bits and pieces of this vision. But Dev, with the keys on how to get there. You guys are free to RP before you guys want to move on and investigate this vision before you begin to make your way back to the wolves' den.
As Cathal is the first to wake up, and he's frying up the venison. Snorri's nose is going to be the first thing to wake him up. Young lad, you spoil an old man. As I straighten myself up in the chair. I didn't even bother to go to my chambers. I just passed out right in the chair last night.
True old man style. How do you respond, Kothel?
Kethel's just gonna look over at him and nod and hand him a plate.
Thank you. I take it. I just start tearing into it. With a horn of ale.
Can't drink all day if you don't start early.
Exactly.
Words of wisdom.
Anyone else doing anything at breakfast?
Hell yeah. Dazakar's
Bjarke. Oh, go ahead.
Dazakar's barreling out there. Just Kethel's headed out the plates. Dazakar's like, no, yeah, we need a little extra up on that plate right there. Try to get that smother in the gravy over all of it. It's like, oh, yeah.
Just doubling up. Bjarke.
Bjarke walks in with one of the biggest horns you've ever seen in your life, and you're thinking, oh god, he's going to get drunk. And as he drops it from his mouth, all you see is the purest of just freshly poured milk just falling off of his white beard. And he walks up and just grabs some of the food and just shoves it in his mouth. Makes the body good.
Bjarke, where in the world did you get that much milk?
He just wipes his mouth.
So he just chuckles, shakes his head, and goes back to the food.
He decides he's been with you long enough. He might actually say something. A wise man is better to be thought a fool than to open his mouth and remove all doubt.
True words. True words.
Rezo's gonna be the last one to come out. He's not gonna go for the food. He's just gonna grab one of like the mini barrel, mini kegs. He's just gonna start chugging it till it's empty and just toss it aside. Grabs another one, fills up a stein, moves over and sits by himself as these visions racked him. Sleep didn't come easily.
Huff is very difficult to rouse. Like Snorri, he didn't go to any rooms to sleep in. He just laid down by the fire. And everyone's eating, and he's just getting more and more annoyed by the noise around him. Until eventually he does roll over and get up and move over to the table and shovel some deer into his mouth. Almost pouting, you would think, if you could see through the hair on his face. In fairness, he failed in his dream to hunt as well, right? So
poor dude. Eat the emotions away. As you guys all finish breakfast, exiting this meat hall, Snorri, you can go ahead and RP how it dematerializes.
You've gathered your belongings. You've finished this meal. Thank Odin for a peaceful night. And I'll stand up. I'll just take the gnarled staff that I have, and I'll clink it into the stone floor, and the hall kind of wispily blows away on the wind like smoke off of a campfire. And the original campfire is there on the ground in between all of us, just smoldering coals.
Hell yeah. As you guys gather your things, Kothel, Rezo, to the front of the pack. You know, Rezo has normally been your everyday navigator, but Kothel, you have seen a clear trail. You guys are to work in tandem, you can convey this inside game.
Rizzo, I know that we're going back to your homeland, but that vision stuck with me last night and played over and over in my head. I think I have an idea of where we should be going, but with your help, we should be able to get there.
Absolutely. You have my aid.
And you have mine.
As you guys form your hunting party together to once again venture out into the woods. Rezo, we need a survival check from you. Kothel, we need a survival check with advantage from you. "21, let's go. Rest does a body good."
It was the beer.
It was the beer. It was the morning beer. Let's go.
21.
21, a combination of both of you are able to cut a swath through these dense woods, still heading north to the Wolf's Den, but able to stay online to this vision. As you guys have now been traveling for several hours, no longer just on the pathway back to the Wolf's Den. This is your first real gut check to make sure that you're actually on the right path to this vision. You see familiar trees and those fireflies within the woods. You can hear a distant fjord. You guys need to make one more set of survival checks just to reassure yourself. Advantage Kothel. Rezos, you're normal. Let's go. 12 plus 6, 18 for Kothel's first roll. That'll be the high mark for him.
Mine was 21.
Oh, yours was already up there again. So 21. Let's go again. You're doing a good job of relaying this different signs back to Rezo as you guys both go. This has been a DC 16, 17, and now upcoming as you pass those fjords and the streams. You have been able to reassure the rest of the party that this is indeed the way. So they have done so with comfort. However, this is your last bit to try to find that meadow. This is a DC 18.
I would like to use cantrips on myself and Rizzo. I would like to use the guidance. So we both have 1d4.
Oh yeah.
So, with you concentrating on this guidance right now, I'm going to make you choose and not give it to both. I'm going to make you concentrate on your own vision. You can only give it to yourself or Rezo.
I'll give it to Rezo. Since I have advantage, I'll give him the 1d4.
Go ahead and roll. 4 plus 4 and 8.
Even the D4 won't help.
Oh, go ahead. 16.
Dirty 20.
With the last roll just making it to hit the DC, as you guys both have conflicts staring out of which way you should divert to try to get to this meadow. But your vision holds true, Gothel. You see the opening in the trees as if you were still flying above in those treetops. As you motion to the group to hold back inside of this dense forest. I need pass-fail stealth checks from everyone. We will start with Gothel.
Every time. Every time.
And snake our way down.
That's a 9.
Fail.
So I said every time.
Now the good news is your navigation has lowered the DC. DC right now is just a 13. 18 from Darzakar, that is a success. Oh, Huff, so close. With a 12, that is a fail. Bjarke, success. 2 and 2.
Oh, this is actually supposed to be a +7. I messed up the roll.
Let's go. 3-2, success to failure. Snorri. Oh. All right.
I go to the
3,
runner.
3-3.
I say I have a feat. Would that be able to break the tie?
What is it?
Wolf Pack Leader at 7th level, getting the following features. You and your allies can travel at fast pace stealthily.
Does it give you a cap on the number of people?
No, it just says you and your allies
You and your allies can travel stealthily.
at fast pace.
Advantage rolls for all of you.
And then
Actually, here's what I'm going to do. I think this is going to be more fun. I want you to roll a 1d6. This will determine how many people have advantage. And I will let you dole them accordingly. Oh, you were able to grant one person with advantage.
Let's see who we got. We'll give it to Huff.
Oh, no pressure, Huff. No pressure. This is a straight roll for you. 14. 8 plus 6. Oh,
God.
nut cutting.
because I have a +0.
That's why I picked Huff. That's exactly
Now,
why
just to describe what was going on there, Huff was about to charge forward whenever Snorri stopped him and cautioned that maybe he might want to be careful where he walks.
When you guys do that, you were able to conceal yourself behind vegetation as you slowly sneak up to this meadow that has been prophesized in your dreams. Looking out, you see this scene. As it has been the course of a day getting here, that twilight beginning to fade into darkness. Guys, look out. You can see these priestesses in garments and clothing that seems almost foreign to you. You can see warriors of the Odin's Eye currently have a large bearded man imprisoned across what looks like a makeshift sacrificial altar. Snorri, finally from this distance, you can see who it is. It is indeed Arnfrid, another of the Icy Crows. Much younger than you, but a man who walks the path of Kvasir, the all-knowing god of wisdom. It's been quite some time since you've seen him, a youth in his training. You see him now as a man and imprisoned. You also recognize the man across from him as Vesta, one of the lieutenants and captains of the Odin's Eye. I need perception checks out of everyone.
I'm blind and old.
Yarke 20, let's go.
So, with me sending off my Raven familiar earlier, is he still flying about? Would that aid at all at any kind of perception of the area?
Yeah, you can look through your Raven at any point in time.
Okay. Then I'm gonna have him just kind of circle like a vulture over top of the area and land on the sacrificial altar.
We'll have it perch right there.
That's perfect.
As this raven drifts down. Landing there across the rock. You guys will be able to pass this back with having enough people listening within your group. Aided by that nat 20 from BRK.
Dirty 20.
Oh, it's a dirty 20. Still good. This is what happens, brothers and sisters, to those who choose not to walk in Odin's new way. We have been blessed by these flames. Arnfrid, your rejection of Odin's new gift is the true blasphemy. You are not fit to be a sage. You are not fit to lead people. And you are not fit for a man inside of our own lottery. For you are not a troll hunter, but one to be fed to the trolls, Arnfrid. I should have seen this in your passive behavior as we grew older. You're weak, Arnfrid. Your size and stature is merely an illusion. Today, you will finally realize that there is strength inside the flame. You will come to understand, Arnfrid, what we in the Odin's Eye have now known for some time. Esther, you know that this is not the way. You are the blasphemy. There is no greater knowledge. Garcia is not with us today. Garcia has most likely never been with you. If you are to meet me with my maker today, Vesta, and let us meet. For death, I welcome it. And it unleashed a greater knowledge upon me. And I feel for you, Vesta. What wicked path you'll lead your own people to. These are not the virtues of the Nine. Silence, you fool! Priest! Show him of our new extravagance. Goodbye, Arnfrid. You were never fit for this world. As they all begin to concentrate, casting a spell. Flames.
Counterspell fifth level.
In either of their hands. There are 3 priests that you see conjuring this spell. You need to point to me which one you are counterspelling.
I'm gonna go with the one that's closest to the big bad dude. Here, the north one.
This one right here.
Yep, I don't know why. Oh, I didn't have the select tool. Ping.
Okay. Let me see what level this is. All right, this is a 4th level spell. You're casting it at 5th level, correct?
Yes.
All right, you get a +1 to your spell attack.
All right. That'd be 11.
11. All right. This is a 9 for them. I will set the DC right now. My D20 +9. Oh! 28. Yes, his reaction is on one of the priests.
Then can I counterspell another one?
You may certainly try. Oh, let's go! Let's go! Holy shit! 17 plus 11.
15% chance.
Snorri's blood boils as he peers through the raven's eyes. His eyes go black, and his veins on his neck pop out as he fucking holds his staff out at the furthest priest.
Holy shit! All right, which one are you hitting? Darzakar. Ping them.
The one that is closest to the one that he is counterspelling, basically to help kind of close up the range. So
this one right here?
Yeah.
All right. Same thing, you have a +1. This is a 9 from this priestess, setting the baseline. 21.
I'll have a +10.
Oh! With a 10 plus 10, you just missed the mark. So close. As Vester stares back at this raven. This is not Odin's work. Arnfrid, what treachery have you conjured today? Warriors, be on guard! That other priestess echoing forward the creation of this dragon fire elemental. Not yet fully formed. As they begin to spin this song of fire. I need everybody to go ahead and roll for initiative. You can roll it, add your modifier to the side, get up, go use the restroom, grab your beverage.
Mine's a flat roll.
Same.
That's an 8 for Huff.
I rolled a nat 1. I'm last.
Oh no! No!
I'll let y'all go in there before I manhandle people.
Yo, radio's in the house. What's up? Radio, we all took shrooms. Well, the guys took shrooms. I wasn't there yet. I've been held hostage. It was the throat sing that rocked you out of lurk. Nice. All right, what is Arnfrid's +0 initiative? That's about right for my characters. Yeah, it's about right.
No dex.
Ooh, Priestess of the Flame. Getting up in it. You know, I will do... I'll do group 1 and group 2. Oh god, they're both good.
I guess if I'm gonna roll a nat 1, initiative's the one to do it on.
There are worse things.
Yeah.
No doubt.
If I ever roll a nat 1 on a drinking game, though, I retire.
Right?
Those are the only challenges that Mud can't beat me on. The only thing I've ever whipped him on are non-essential drinking challenges. The rest of it just destroys.
I disagree that they're non-essential.
Yeah, you know what? I take that back. I take my verbiage back.
Cap, I don't think your stream loot is working. I just tried to play a card.
Oh no, Mixer did crash. Wonder when it crashed on me here. Because I had it pulled up yesterday.
Yay.
Sweet. You got the card back.
I appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
Forgot I still had stream loot cards. I thought I spent them all.
Malaka.
Let's try that again. You know, when
Give it a
you
second.
brought down the crow, when you brought down the crow, I almost did the Russell Malaka.
I was.
It's like Green, you're all ethereal on us there for a second.
I was honestly going to originally cast Fireball, but as soon as you said casting a spell, my brain just threw the words out of my mouth, the counter spell.
Flame boy.
The mountain men with the low initiative rolls. Snorri,
damn,
what was your initiative?
14, I believe.
14.
Yes.
All right. You guys make sure and double check that your initiatives are correct.
Mine should be 8. I roll with advantage for initiative.
Got you. Bam.
Not that it makes a big difference.
Hey, you never know. Somebody else gets added in the order. You never know. All right. I'm going to use the restroom. I'll be right back, guys.
Yup.
I guess there's an advantage to me going last. People can group together. Roll to yeet and group.
So that's a big ass fire elemental. What did he call that thing?
They said it's a fire dragon, but it's not fully formed yet.
Dragon fire elemental.
Dragon fire elemental.
Yeah.
He said it's not fully formed, so.
Yeah, probably because of one counter spell, I would imagine.
I ain't saying the spell users need to go first.
Do I want to do this? Do I want to do this? Can you bind someone else's elemental to you?
I have no idea about that.
Maybe?
Yeah.
Shady says you can certainly try. And I disagree with your previous statement, Shady, because Bjarke's out here wearing nothing but, like,
A loincloth?
yeah, I was gonna say, he's just got his, damn leather pants or whatever on, looking like old.
Yeah.
I guess
Is it freaking winter right now? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Grantis, you have arcane recovery.
Oh yeah. Thanks, fam.
Yep, I had to get you that counter spell back. If I can, Soccer, I'll get you one.
Yeah, I'll definitely hold on to that.
Soccer's AFK right now. Please leave a message.
Sorry, I'm in the Streamloots page, not looking at the stream.
I guess I'll just toss this in my other notes.
I'm ready to try out Thor Lesnar over here.
Thor Lesnar.
So you're going last, right?
Yeah, I'm last.
What would you rather have? Advantage on strength? Advantage on constitution? Advantage on dexterity?
Strength.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm a straight strength build.
I'm feeling a nat 1 coming my way. I rolled 2 damn lucky.
Well, don't let them know. Shush. Oh shit. Is it Kathal? Cathal?
C.
C-A-T-H.
Is it Cathal or Cothal?
It's Kothel. It means, war prince or war king or something.
Nice.
There you go, you got brutal critical.
Noise.
So, it doesn't look like a particularly aggressive name, but Snorri means onslaught.
Snorri the bastards.
I thought it had something to do with dreams and
No,
sleeping.
it means war ruler, actually. I had to go find it where I was sent it to Cap.
Yeah,
Soccer, you
my
have
name's Nimble.
elemental
It
adept.
means bear.
I think it might be.
I'm trying to get everybody some cards they can use.
I'm the bear of the bear clan.
You got some of those extra arcane recoveries?
Recovery, man.
Let me see if I can get you one.
You need an arcane recovery? Hold on, I'll see what I can
I'll
do.
roll your d20.
You got some of those arcane recoveries over there, Ian.
So does the card work just like the wizard feat?
Yeah,
Well,
half your level.
with the way I was about to say Druid, the way the Warlock is, like, all I have is just the pact spell, so I just basically just got a pact.
You'll get your pack spell back, yeah.
Yeah, you'll get a pack spell, yeah.
one or two. Probably one.
No, it'll be half your level in spell slots. So if you're
Well,
level 10, you get a 5th level spot for it.
There.
Oh, so
Yeah, which would it'd be
I have
one
all
fifth
fifth
level pack slot. It would be one pack slot,
Oh shit.
which is still amazing anyways.
There's your arcane recovery.
Oh, you got him? You got him one? Nice.
Yeah. I still have 6. I just don't have that with advantage.
Damn. So the main baddie rolled a bloody 25 on initiative. That's wonderful.
Are you really? That bastard.
Yeah. And the priestess bitches rolled a 19.
Oh fuck, they're bad because at least one of them got counterspelled. I was looking at it. I wanted to see if I could like dimension door in, grab old boy, and then just yeet back out. But it looks like it's just I just
You
teleport
can
there.
certainly try.
We can chain. I have
With the
dimension
hero
door. I
point.
can dimension door you in, and then you can dimension door him out.
You can just use it. You can also use your hero point to get him out. Oh, you might actually have to use your. You can take one with the future.
Because like I can take one with me. So we could do a man swap. I'll take Snorri, and then Snorri takes him out.
And then I'll cast darkness.
Ooh!
Or my original plan was to bind me that thing for 24 hours.
That
Oh, all the sound just cut out.
you can certainly try to do that, sir.
I'm thinking I'm going to.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
Right?
I mean,
It's like,
you want to
A present
you
for
want to
me?
pull a slick? Do you want to pull a slick and get old boy out real quick?
Yeah, I have enough spell slots to do that.
There we go.
And what I was going to do. So you lead off on it.
What is a good card for our monk?
If I can get that out before actual initiative starts,
Action surge, maybe?
because we both just counterspelled.
I mean,
Yeah, where are you in initiative? I don't know what your icon looks like.
I'm the angry looking ass dude.
They all look angry.
Yeah.
They all look like they're pissed.
mine is
Except for the radio main token. That one looks high.
Nah, that just looks like a sleepy radio.
I don't know if Radio Bing noticed that or not.
Dude, that's funny as shit.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yeah.
In our little 6-man square, I'm the bottom middle.
Bottom middle. Oh, so you're right next to me with the glowy eyes.
You.
0. You have action surge.
Yay! Thank you.
So I'll get to go first. But since you
I-
want to stay there,
I do. I have
Right.
18.
Well, you're talking about out of those two.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Sorry.
It's
yeah,
like you can only take one person with you.
What are you inquiring about?
Oh shit! He put his ears in.
Dimension door?
Yeah.
Only one person, and they have to be willing.
Green, you have advantage card.
So, I mean, I got
Been over here chucking cards, have you?
I am.
All the cards.
Cap's like,
These boys
noted.
with +6s and their advantage and all that.
I just made myself a giant tangerang.
Hell yeah.
Tangerang, god damn.
Wish I knew what that was. Sounds good.
No, literally
Tang,
tang.
man.
Oh, okay.
Literally tag.
I haven't tang
If you were a kid in the 90s, you lived off that shit.
Nah, I was a Kool-Aid household.
I was Kool-Aid household too. Oh, yeah, and apparently I got it all over myself. Be right back.
Nice.
All right, he got the ears back off again, boys.
Okay, so I'm gonna. We're just huddled up on the map, so we're talking.
I mean,
Dev, you said I have advantage.
You have an advantage card.
Oh,
You just play the card whenever you want to have an advantage on a roll or something. You just say I'm playing an advantage card. Like if you roll shit, you just play the advantage card if you want to.
Man,
okay.
You cannot do that on a nat 1.
Okay.
with that accent surge on one of my turns, I can attack 6 times.
That's right. Arantis, you also have Elemental Adept.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I'm trying to get you an action surge, Green. That way we can F these dudes up.
I have an even better idea for that dimension door.
Is it below me to F5 somebody?
No, Hyroa. Nothing. No cards work on nat ones.
That's the only thing about the concentrate, man. You spill a little bit of that on something, you look like freaking President Trump for the rest of the month.
Green, you have action surge.
Oh, wow. Thanks, 40.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys.
What's the Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was going to ask what the elemental adept was.
You can
Like,
ignore
what's the card read?
resistances.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, like, if that fire Dargon elemental was resistant to fire, which being of fire, you can throw a fire type at it, use elemental adept, and you'll magically.
I'm assuming it's immune to fire, so it won't work.
Yeah. It doesn't work on immunities, unfortunately.
But whether or not it's immune, we don't know.
It's
You
okay.
can certainly try.
Sir, I'm a wizard. I know more than fire.
There's fire, there's fire spike, fireball, flame hands.
Control flame, bonfire.
Flaming sphere.
Fireball.
All right.
Firewall.
All right, Bubba Gump Shrimp. D&D
Flaming
edition. All right. Top of the round. This is no Raven of Odin. As Vesture is going to just walk over. He's going to reach out and grab your familiar Snorri. Do you have the Raven? Do you have the Raven card pulled up?
I do not. I can pull that real quick. Brought to you by D&D Beyond. Okay, I got it up.
What is your dexterity modifier?
+2.
+2. All right, D20 +2. The DC is 22.
Oh, dice
You
gods
never
be with
know.
me. No.
Little bird, let these flames consume you. As he takes his other hand, pulling away that bandage that's over his eye. As you you see him push it to the side. Just this ray of flame annihilating everything in your raven's path. The old gods are no longer with you, Arnfrid. Good luck. As he points back over, priestesses! All work is yet to be done here. As he used the rest of his action to empower the ritual. That elemental is now 1 turn away instead of 2 from fully manifesting. Into Vester's turn. Priestess of Flame. 1 is going to begin concentrating a spell looking towards the ritual. 2 are going to try to look around to see what disturbances are around them. Perception checks. These are +8. 24. Two. These are the corresponding individuals. This right here was the 24. We need whoever rolled the highest on the stealth checks earlier. What was your high water mark? You remember? All right, we'll do this then. Whoever is the stealthiest of the group, you may produce this roll.
I know green has a +6.
Mine's a 7.
Oh, okay.
I also think Dar was the highest roll. It had 18.
Got you. All right. Here's what I'm going to do on this one instead of pass fail and just having one person. I am going to drop percentage. 40 man. Go ahead and roll that D6. See how many advantages you grant. Oh, let's go. Let's go.
Needed that.
You can dole out 5. So it can be everyone except yourself.
Yeah, I'll do everybody but me.
That makes this a flat roll for me. No advantage, no disadvantage.
All right, go ahead. Roll that beautiful bean footage, Gothel. 24 is your DC.
11.
11 plus
0.
There's the car. 15 on your first. You may re-roll that. That is cocked. Mm. All right. 8. One more. One more to toss. Cocked. Roll again. It just kept going down. 13. Woo! All right, 19. It's looking rough, gentlemen. It's looking rough. Oh, God. 4, 6 plus and 4 plus 2.
6 and 8. So Nate.
You said DC was 24?
Yeah.
Who wants to surprise anyways?
At this point, we might have to get out of the bush and walk out there.
Yeah.
Not even myself.
The tree
Yeah,
I kicked earlier.
you would-
RoBear finally made it here.
Snorri, go ahead and roll. See if you get a nat 20. It's the only thing that can save an individual here. Cocked.
That's caught. Yep. Nope. One more.
Yeah, those counter spells give away your location.
I was gonna blame it on the venison gravy.
And maybe a little bit of the venison gravy as they manifest a fireball in their hands and begin to yeet it in your direction.
Counterspell at the 4th level.
All right, 5th level counter spell. They have a +1. This will be extra 10 to their roll. Oh, that one was so close. 23 is the bar.
Okay, so I have a -1 since I'm casting at the 4th.
No.
And they're at the 5th.
No, you just cast at your spell attack. So 20 plus your spell attack.
Okay. 25.
25, let's go. Once again, burning another spell with your reaction story. Able to manifest as ravens spawn up from your hands, blocking this wall of flame as they evaporate into the air. We have company to the south. Priestess over here will also begin casting a spell. Snorri, you have used your reaction for this round.
Yep.
All right. With no other reaction on the table, fireball comes in. Dexterity saving throw from everyone. Oh, let's go! Let's go! Gothel with the 20.
20.
You will take no damage.
Can I use my Stone's Endurance as a reaction on this cat?
Mm-hmm. You may.
Ah, the tease. I'm taking this to the face.
I'd also like to use my Stone's Endurance.
Absolutely. This is a DC 16, by the way.
$22. I'll take that.
10d6 coming in. Oh, good. We got some ones in there. We got some ones. 32 points of fire damage.
That's a big ouchie.
This priestess in the back, concentrating on a spell. You see all those weapons of the warriors of Odin, Odin's Eye. Their weapons erupt in flame. Group number 1, which will be marked by the left side, they're going to come running. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Yeah, this dude's going to totally jump parkour over the top of this hedge. Boom, right on top. This one is going to do the same. Now look at what we have here. Ah! You can see all of their weapons imbued with flame. Rezo, it is your turn.
All right. I am going to pull out my battle axes and swing at the one in front of me. Let's see, let's get that.
Ooh. Well, shit.
Wah, wah, wah.
Oh no.
It's got blue turtle
No.
shelled.
Oh no. Oh geez. All right. That is going to consume your full action as you swing and whiff as it just gets stuck inside that hedgerow right in front of you. It will take your bonus action to pull this bad boy back out.
Alright, yeah, I'll use my bonus action to pull it back out.
All right. Disadvantage on this next swing. Oh, I hate when they hit each other.
17.
17 will just hit. Let's go.
For 12 damage.
12 points of damage.
And you're gonna see with that hit, I'm pissed that I missed the first one. I got stuck in the hedge. I'm just gonna howl, and I'm gonna start banging them together.
Let's do it.
It's my turn.
Snorri, it is your turn.
All right. Since I'm gonna try to play true to Snorri's values, he's extremely angry, but has yet to take any hostile action, and his allies have only taken reactionary defensive measures after being essentially unprovoked attack. He's going to walk out and make himself known and try to quell this before it goes any further and speak reason to the misguided sons of Odin. Stop! Stop this madness at once! This is not the way, Odin's eye. I may yet be able to persuade leniency from the Red King upon you for your misdeeds these days. Stop this at once.
Persuasion with disadvantage.
Straight roll.
Thank Cap, I want to know something real quick while he's rolling. Since I hit that guy with the melee attack, the next attack against him has advantage.
Ooh. Yeah, that's rough.
Snorri! You are but an old fool. A man in his dotage, past his prime, to understand that Odin has given us these gifts of the flame. King Asbjorn himself has returned with his power from Odin. We will embrace the flame. We will not cower from it. Unfortunately, you, like Arnfrid, weren't fit for this new world. You will die here today, Snorri. Then maybe you will understand the power of the flame.
This power corrupts you. It clouds your vision. I will strip it from you. Is this elemental fully formed?
No, it has one more turn to get here.
Would I be able... It's not formed. Can't hurt to ask. Would I be able to bind this? Using a planar binding?
Let me see. With this spell, you attempt to bind a celestial, elemental, or fey fiend to your service. The creature must be within range. Creature is first summoned into a center. Oh, that takes an hour cast time. That's a ritual, unfortunately.
Oh, balls, is it really?
Yep. Yup.
All right. Then I'm going to cast Fireball. And do... Let me put the little meter up so I can see exactly where. I think it's... Yep, right here. There's the epicenter.
Casting Fireball?
Yep, 5th level.
You may certainly try.
Oof. I begin casting a spell.
Yep. Yep. As soon as certainly try, I was like, oh, I fucked up.
And you're putting it in the center?
No. I think it was here. Enough to hit this guy and the main dude, but just out of range of the 20-foot cone to hit our ally up there.
All right.
Because he'd be 25 feet, so it'd hit these top 3. So,
Go ahead. Cast the spell. Vester does not respect you enough to counter it.
Hey, run with that.
On the dice is bugging out.
Depth card.
Get no respect.
Isn't it just a dex save from them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, so it's a 17.
They do not. As this flame comes in, they do not move. They do not waver. as you hurl this fireball back at them. Seeing now that it is a fireball, the priestess will counter and try to harness that energy.
Okay.
This is an 8th level spell. What's your fireball coming in at? 5th. All right. This is 3 points above. So this will be an 11. Oh, 4 to 14. So that's a 25.
Okay, and I just add my straight spell attack modifier.
Yep, this is just your straight spell attack on this bad boy.
Yeah, nope.
As you see the fireball suspended. You truly are an old man that's losing its snoy. But we appreciate what little power you have left. As you can see the 3 priestesses holding up, containing this massive ball of flame as they slowly bring it down. And that elemental fire dragon manifests itself fully into our plane.
Son of a bitch.
It is in the initiative order now at a 15.
Any ice spells, Snorri?
It will go very last in this first round of initiative. But then it will be in at a 15. Snorri, with that failed spell, I will let you rattle off a cantrip.
Okay.
These are strong amongst the fire.
Yep, I'm gonna do lightning strike on that priest. Darn it.
On that priestess, got it. All right, roll to hit. 20 plus your spell attack.
Yep. $19.
19 will hit.
That's 2d10 for damage.
Fucker.
Eight points of damage. As you Palpatine out a shot of lightning towards them. End of your turn, Snorri. Kothel, back at the hedgerow.
Also will begin casting a spell on himself.
They cannot see you casting back there behind people and them. You are free to cast.
Casting Crusader's Mantle. Everyone within 30 feet of me has a 1d4 radiant damage to all attack rolls. That is a concentration. There's a concentration spell and it lasts for 1 minute.
Hells yes. Advantage on concentration spells?
What?
You said they have advantage on what spells?
No, that's my concentration spell.
Okay.
But everybody gets a 1d4 on all their attack rolls of radiant damage. And then I'm going to use War Priest. And for my bonus action, I'm going to swing on the guy that's already been hit once. And you said he has I have advantage on my next hit for that guy?
Yeah, whoever attacks him next gets advantage.
And I will throw a Divine Smite on this since it's at will.
Yes, always be smiting.
+7. 26 to hit.
Oh yeah, that
I'm
hits.
gonna roll again just in case. Okay, that is 4 plus coming damage. So 28 points of damage plus 1d4. Plus 3, so 30.
Walk me through
31.
walk me through the damage on that turn.
So 7 from the weapon,
Mhm.
21 from the smite, and 3 from the Crusader's cloak, or mantle.
How many do you get now with the smite?
Oh, I can use it at the 4th level. So it's just spell level spots. I burn a spell a slot.
Oh, this
to use it.
This is the optional rule. This is the new optional rules.
No, I'm using the Paladin Smite. So I just burn a spell level spot, and at first level it's 2, second level it's 3.
So it actually gives you access
5.
to the Paladin spells in that
Yeah,
one. Okay.
I've got a Paladin as my subclass.
Oh, okay. Now I get it. I was like, where are you pulling this smite damage from? I'm like, that is not cleric smite damage.
Because I'm multi-classing this bitch, you know?
Nope. Now I'm like, oh yeah, this totally makes sense. I was like, where did you pick that shit up at? Damn,
You
son.
know.
Where'd you find that?
It's
I
like
have to
whenever
make it
I
work.
had that muddle.
Power of Odin compels you, motherfucker.
Okay, how much total damage?
31.
31 points. Let's go. As they're physically shook from that shot. They are bloodied up from one swing from you, Kothel. Oh. Hell yeah. End of Kothel's turn. Darzakar. It is your turn.
Seeing Snorri go out and try to talk to that guy. Oi. Oh, I thought I told that fucking crew. That ain't no talking to these Odin sons. As he's going to snap. And you'll see a small rip and just the fabric of space in itself next to his head as you see a little opening and 2 bolts are gonna fly out.
Dope.
Heading up in this direction. 1 at each of these guys.
Oh man, firing through the elemental. Let's go. All right, what are you casting? Eldritch Blast?
Yes, sir. What command was fucking?
I will hold a reaction depending on what his
Yep.
to roll to hit is. Before you say anything about if it hits or not.
23.
23 will hit. I'm gonna say that's this one right here.
Yep. Hell yeah, and then 26.
Let's go, dude. Let's go.
Yeah.
Big money over
So, with these Eldritch Blasts, I'm also adding on that little bit of oomph to where.
Mm-hmm.
Which one was it? Repelling. So as both of these bolts are going to fly out and hit both of them, it's going to knock both of them back 10 feet away from our boy on the altar.
Got it. Go ahead and roll damage.
Ugh. It's gonna be a total of. Oh wait, no. Okay, so it's gonna be 6 to the left and 9 to the right,
You get your D4s also.
and the D4s. Is it a D4 on both, or just the one attack?
Hold on here. All right, first feat that allows you to push these people. I'm assuming that is Repelling Blast. When you hit a creature with Eldritch Blast, you can push the creature up to 10 feet away in a straight line. Okay? Got it. Then your other piece that is allowing you to add this damage in, that is over here in notes, isn't it? No? Oh no, I forgot we just took this regular, the regular list. Okay, it is Grave Touched, I believe. When you hit a creature with an attack roll, you can replace the damage type with Necrotic. You also have your Form of Dread. While in your Form of Dread, you can roll 1 additional damage die when determining the necrotic damage.
I forgot I had that.
It's okay. This is the first time with this character, so we're gonna say, let's see here. Your Form of Dread. I'm assuming it's probably it's a bonus action. Remember,
Yep.
this just turns on. Okay, so you're in here.
And that space opened, and you saw these like glowing red lines that almost look like bloody tears down his face as his skin goes from like a light blue to like an extremely deep gray.
All right.
So does that
Once-
1 extra damage?
Once during each of your turns, when you hit a creature with an attack, it's got to make a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw, or it is frightened by you as well. So you get a lot on that first crack. If you hit, you have a lot of moving parts to remember there.
True.
All right. So if you want this to do necrotic damage, it certainly can.
Most definitely.
What's
Almost always be using that necrotic. So
what is the point where you get to add the extra 1d8? I'm looking for that right now.
the grave touched? Oh no.
Okay, so Agonizing Blast is +5 to the damage that it's dealt when it hits. Cool. So
Yeah.
you're able to with this pact, you can roll 1 additional damage die when determining. Okay, yeah. So you get one extra. This thing's so broke with Eldritch Blast. I love it. Yeah. So one of them's gonna get an extra D10.
Shit, hell yeah. All right, I'm gonna go with the first one, the one on the left. So another 3.
Right. So 18 points.
And then also, if I actually did activate that form of dread, I'm gonna go ahead and add up my 10 hit points too.
Yep. Go ahead and add them. 18 on that first hit.
There's that fucking 10. God damn it. I'll take it.
Now, don't you get the radiant damage from the Crusader's Mantle?
That extra D4.
It's not on spells, it's on weapon attack only.
Weapons. Okay. That's what I
Yeah.
So I was using that necrotic.
Yeah. I wouldn't allow it. More than likely.
Yeah, no, it specifically says weapon attack.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I am a weapon.
All right, go ahead and roll the damage on that second Eldritch Blast.
Fuck me. I saw the two numbers. It's going to be an 8 plus 5, so 13.
What'd you roll to hit?
Oh,
He rolled both of them earlier. He was a 13, 23, and 26.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
okay.
hit
I'm
both
sorry.
of them
Yeah.
before you-
I'm sorry. You already got that done. I got lost in the sauce inside that class.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so 16 points of damage.
correct. And it's also going to be pushing him back as well.
No, because it would be 8 plus 5 would be the damage. Your Eldritch Blast normally is 1d10 plus 5. That's across the board anytime you drop an Eldritch Blast. It's just one of them you're able to add 1 extra damage die to.
But the Repelling Blast, so it's not damage, it's just that force.
Repelling you can do at any point in time.
Yeah, I was going to do it to both.
Yeah, both of them are repelling, yes. But you also have plus 5 to all your Eldritch Blasts. That's a passive. It's not a it's
That's where I got the 13.
well, it doesn't display. So I'm looking over here and I'm going, you don't have the other piece to it. Remember, all I can look over here and say, I see that you rolled an 8. So I'm like, yeah, you got more. You got more there. So 13. All right, 13 points of damage here. Now, I'm going to let you, because of these being Eldritch Blasts and how crazy they are, I'll let you point to me. Which way do you want these pushed?
Literally just straight back from where they're at right now. So these guys would pretty much, one, I would almost, if I could, I'd try to see if I couldn't bop him into him, but I feel like it's going to go more of this direction. And this one would go more straight, like really back towards the ass end of this altar.
All right, 10 feet this way. And you want this one right here?
That works.
Don't tell me that works. Tell me what you want.
Oh, up here. To the back end.
Got it.
Oh,
Yeah.
further away.
Tell me what you want. There you go. Both of them go back. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
RoBear,
go.
I really want an item eye.
Go fuck yourself.
You said tell us what you want.
I gave you the answer.
Is it what you want? What you really, really want?
Action.
Action.
Completed. Anything for your bonus action? Let's go, dude. Great utility piece, man.
So, question before I do it. Dimension Door is a one-way ticket, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way I'd be able to do something quick enough to try and make it?
Tell me what you want to do, and I can tell you whether you can do it or not.
I want to action surge and use my hero point if I need to, but Dimension Door in to here. Grab old boy off the altar and bring him back to us.
You can
To get
certainly
him
try.
back there.
Let me be heavy on the you can certainly try. Survey your scene and decide if that's what you want to do.
Fuck.
What's your decision?
Oi. Any of you got want to go over there and try to save him with me? I can take one of you with and I'll try to bring him back.
Over here, young lad.
Oh, the old goddamn crew.
I'm gonna have a word with this man up close.
What are you gonna do, Darzakar?
Darzakar is gonna, hearing that old fat call out, I'm gonna run up and I'm going to dimension door in with the crew.
All right. Good God. Snorri is in the bone zone with you. As you guys both dimension door up, move both of your characters up here to the sacrificial altar.
We're doing some crazy shit today, boy.
All right. As you go to burn your hero point, casting an action surge, you try to rip off dimension door again, grabbing on to Arnfrid's hand. As you begin to cast a spell, counter spell from Vester.
Oh shit.
Is there any way at all that Snorri can assist?
Unfortunately, you've already used your reaction this round.
That's right. Fuck.
All right.
Huff would love to counterspell.
All right. Here's the DC getting laid down. This is a plus 15.
That one, come on.
There's always a chance. There's always a chance. $25. What level? Is your dimension door?
That's gonna be a 5.
Right. This is straight up. D20 plus your spell attack.
It's gonna be a +9.
25 is the high water mark. Let's roll that D20. 14.
Oh, I guess it don't matter. Never mind.
Yeah.
It would help.
Nice of you to join us all the way up here, Old Crow. And Alfred Swan. Now we will feed the dragon, not just one soul, but 3. Darzakar, end of your turn. Arnfrid's turn. Ooh. Oh, man. I'm looking at my sheet of assistable things for what you've accomplished.
Yeah, because we would have broken him free, whatever binding there, right? And,
Yeah, when he knocked him back,
up here.
they just had him held down.
Oh, okay.
They just had him held down, so it was literally perfect. All right. One shot at this bad boy. So let's do it. As Arnfrid dusts himself off. If Snorri can speak words of wisdom into your ear, Vester, and my young words will fall on deaf ears. This is not the way. But I will walk the ways of the old. Vassier, lend me your strength. As he begins casting a spell, slowly pulling from a large horn that's over on his side as he drinks and lets that mead run down into his beard. You guys begin to hear a buzzing as I cast 5th level insect plague on Vester.
Oh, shit.
He's got to make a con save 17. Come on. His constitution is not strong. +1. Ah, let's go! As you hear this buzzing, bees begin to descend from the woods. As Arnfrid calls his holy mead makers into the scene, they will envelop Vester and this other executioner. They're going to take 4d10 of piercing damage. While this sphere is up, it is lightly obscured. It is also difficult terrain. The other guy, since he is prone from being knocked back, or no, he's not prone, he was just knocked back, correct?
Correct. Yeah, he just got knocked back.
Sweet. He's gonna fail as well. Getting to bust out the bees in the first episode. Let's go. 25 points of piercing damage. If you guys were watching Horn of Valhalla, this is magical. He takes all 25 points. Must make another Constitution saving throw on the poison. Oh, let's go! 16, he fails that. Executioner. Oh, that bitch. Executioner apparently is immune to bee stings. All right. Another 4d10 on this poison. 17 points. That's going to be 42 total points on Vester. Thank you. Thank you, both of you. As he reaches down, holding on to his amulet of Kvass. I'm going to go ahead and use my Emboldened Bond as an action. Oh, that says I can choose up to 4 creatures. I create the bond for 10 minutes. Well, bonded within 30 feet of each other, we can roll the D4. Yeah, okay. There we go. Let Kvass guide you, my friends. You guys have an extra D4 non-concentration as long as you are in 30 feet of either Snorri, Arnfrid, or Darzakar. Right, that'll be the end. Arnfrid's gonna stay locked in with you guys. Second group of warriors that's going to come running up in here. Come on, Roll20. You can do this. You got it. I believe in you. There you go. Okay. Bam. All right. This next group. Yeah, one's going to run up to Arnfrid. One's going to run up to Darzakar. Battle axe swinging. First shot coming in to Darzakar. 9 plus 4. No. That's not 4. That's the damage. This is plus 8. So 17 to hit on the first shot.
Yep.
14 on the second.
Yep.
I don't think so.
Oh. Fuck, what else did I miss? No, because I got 13.
No, you don't have any, cool. Yeah, it will hit on you. Sorry, I was thinking of somebody else's armor that we had rolled with. All right, both those are going to hit. All right, 1d10 plus 4s. So there'll be 2d10 plus 8. All right. Oh, double ones, dude! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! All right, you're only going to take 10 points of damage. Seeing this, Arnfrid, you're going to see his skin becomes hexagonal-like as he casts bark skin, but it looks like a tough hide of a beehive. 16 is just my armor class. That'll hit. Second one will hit. 2d10 plus 8 against Arnfrid as well. 1 again, dude. Let's go. Let's freaking go, man. Oh, I don't know what we just fucking appeased. Pass that Cavassier. 0. Good old Kvass, baby. Yeah, okay, so 11, 20, 26 points. No, I'm sorry. Just 15. 15 against Arnfrid. I was at half health to start this bad boy. So 45. It's 2, so I was at 46. Bam. We'll take that 15 off. All right, bam. End of those warriors' turn. Huff, we finally got you, my dude.
Oh, is Huff already raging?
Yes, you already have your rage on.
All right, so with a mighty bear roar, he's going to attack the nearest individual. He's not really sure what all this. I don't know if this is the magic mushrooms, lingering effects that are going on all around him. But and you notice as he's raging that his hands are almost more like claws, and you can, as he opens his mouth to roar, you can see what look like fangs inside of his jaws. And he's going to take one swipe with his claw at the nearest warrior. And D10.
Oh yeah.
26.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Okay.
I'm excited for these bear claws that we built.
Not bad. So the first one will do 10 damage.
All right, first
And there's
claw swipe. 10 slashing.
And I think there's a radiant damage as well, right? Because I'm near Kothel.
Yeah, you have a 1d4.
I got a holy bear claw wedged right here. Nice, max damage. 14 on the first swipe.
And then at that point, I'm able to use my bonus action to grapple. And so I'm going to try to grapple this individual.
All right, strength roll.
Strength, and that will be a strength with advantage.
All right, this is a plus 5 for this individual.
So 22.
22. All right. Oh, let's go! Let's go! Dude, you totally overpower them. This will skip you forward. You have them. You can go ahead and go for a pin. You can restrain them.
Okay. Well, I feel like I want to bite him in the neck, to tell you the truth, with my second attack.
All right, give your second attack advantage. Give yourself advantage anyway on this.
And that's a plus.
That's
10
all
with
thematically
advantage.
that we're wanting out of it anyway. She just pulled this dude in. Savage.
Let's go!
Let's go! Nat 20, dude! Yes!
Bites the jugular.
You got some legendary turns in the short time you've been on the program, Greenlock. Let me tell you.
I'll take it. All right. So he's got the regular damage. So that would be 13 plus 2 more, plus 20 more, right, for the crit.
Mm-hmm.
Plus the, so that's 33 plus a d4 that I'd be rolling.
Yep.
Or is that maxed?
No, that's going to be maxed. That's going to be maxed.
Okay.
I'm going to rule that as maxed. So
Okay.
17.
So I got 33 plus 4 is 37 damage. With a radiant jaw clamp to the jugular.
This dude is in complete and utter shock. You have total control over them, whether they live or die at this moment, Huff. Choice is yours.
Yeah, there's not much of a choice here. I'm raging right now, so he's gonna close the neck.
You guys see this primal savagery in front of you. Huff, describe their demise.
With one clamp of the jaws, kind of like an extra large pit bull, just crushes the neck into small little pieces of broken bones.
just this explosion behind the hedgerow. A little bit of blood splatters just up against your chest, Bjarke. It is your turn.
Bjarke looks over and sees his friends in danger across the field. Closes his eyes, begins to meditate. Magni, son of Thor, god of strength, lend me your power. Opens his eyes. His veins start to pop. You can see the muscles in his legs get huge. And he's going to burn a point of exhaustion to Dash, and he already has 60 feet of movement as is. So he's going to move 120 feet.
This character's ridiculous, guys. Buckle up.
That is ridiculous. Oh,
And he can do it without getting any opportunity attacks, so there's plenty of room to go around people.
oh, jeez.
It's a beast.
Stay alive.
He's going to grapple this first guy right here.
All right.
Strength check.
20 is your number to beat.
Does he get the D4? Doesn't need it.
Matter.
He's gotta be closer to that to me.
28.
While I have him grappled from behind, flurry of blows. Gonna do some knee strikes to his kidneys.
I love this character so much.
Nope, that's not what I want to do. So that'd be a 11 and a 19.
Yeah, the 11, somehow you find a way to miss.
The muscles in his leg were pulsating too much. He couldn't move it. Except when he raises up. 1d8 plus 5. $10 points of damage with that kidney attack.
All right.
I'm gonna use my action surge. I got a card. I'm gonna.
Hell
burn it.
yeah.
He's gonna throw him away from his friends.
Cut.
And he's gonna throw him against. Well, why are you not working? There we go. To this guy, and if I make contact, both of them take damage.
Hell yes.
So I'm gonna roll to throw. Even if I miss, the guy I throw takes damage.
Yep, absolutely.
So I'm gonna roll to hit the other guy. D20 plus 9.
So, guys, his monk uses strength instead of dexterity.
19 on the throw to hit the other guy. With
19
the
hits. 19 hits.
Oh my god.
So I'm yeeting a motherfucker to hit another motherfucker. The guy I am yeeting. 1d5. Takes 7 points of damage, and the person that's getting hit takes 9 points of damage.
Hells yes. Okay. This is great. These executioners don't have a lot of health.
Oh my god.
Describe the demise as you body this first dude.
As he runs up there, this huge 7-foot tall Goliath, 350-pound monk, no shirt. It's freezing cold outside. He doesn't care. He's wearing a loincloth. He runs. He's got leather skin just from fighting people, hitting them with weapons. He don't care. Runs up, knees old boy in the back, picks him up, throws him at someone else. As he throws him, you can see the back of him just hits the executioner across the head, snaps his neck, and he just falls over limp.
Let's go. This dude got hit with an Eldritch Blast. Seconds later, you eat. Okay.
Might be like one of the scariest characters on the map right now.
So this is how I'm going to rule your character. You're not going to have to burn an action surge on this, because this feat that says you can use an action to do, any other time I would make that just a bonus action. But you're a monk that uses a bonus action to do some functionality, which is punch. So when you go and grab someone, you have an open fist. I will let you hit, or I will let you throw. If you connect. So you could spend multiple times trying to grapple, say you failed once and then you wanted to try again, but if you get it on the first, I will let you grapple, punch, or yeet.
Awesome. And
So
that is the end of Bjarke's turn. And I got to roll to yeet. I'm happy.
yes! I'm so happy that you were able to throw in a character that's literally like Palpatine level of constitution to where you could knock it and fucking kill him. That's so good. All right, very last person. Well, not a person really. This elemental, because it was fully formed at the end of this turn. Ugh.
Is that one guy I threw got to be in that other dude's spot?
Yes. We all have to make dexterity saving throws as we stare this dragon down. It's spinning around, it coils like the body of Jormungandr. We see this blasphemous beast unleash its maul, and a torrent cone of flame is going to hit all of us over here on this sacrificial rock.
Is that a spell or an ability that it's using?
It is technically an innate ability of it. However, this thing has been conjured by magic here.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you the ability. It just got here on this material plane to try to interrupt it.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to use my Warcaster feat, but because we're in like, is it still the first?
This isn't your Warcaster.
Turn order?
This doesn't do anything. We're in, no, we are still in the first turn order. You do not have a reaction.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We added it at the bottom. Never mind.
Yeah.
I have to wait. Okay, that's saving throw.
Hold on. You just jogged my memory. When a creature affected by your emboldening bond feature is about to take damage, a second bonded within 30 feet of the first can use its reaction to teleport to an unoccupied space within 5 feet of the first creature. That creature then takes all the damage. Now, that doesn't help here. That's a good ability if we have a tank.
Is it the
roving
pretty
around.
beefy.
We're all having to make deck saves, so it doesn't matter. I can't do anything to stop it.
I'll pop a hero point if the DM would allow me to use my War Mage feat reaction. I'll burn the hero point
for 2 reactions. I have done this before. I would let you do it. Give me 1 second.
Yep.
Just to see if this spell is a reaction. Nope, it is not. Damn. All right. You want to try and stop this bad boy? You're going to burn your hero point, Snorri.
All right. Yep, burning the hero point. Oh, you only live once.
So here's how I'm going to roll this bad boy. This is going to be a +10. Here comes the roll. Oh, let's go. That's beatable. 16.
Okay, wait. I think we're lost in translation. I want to cast a spell that affects it, not.
Oh, you're not casting counterspell?
Yeah, I'm not counterspelling. I'm going to try to bind it as a reaction to its spell attack.
You're going to try to bind it.
Yes. Wait, no. We already rolled.
You can't do that.
Yeah,
it's an hour.
Oh my god.
Counterspell is what you have to use.
Okay, I will counterspell it then.
All right, D20 plus your spell attack.
Yep.
All right, guys, these are new characters, and some of them are noted abilities. It's all a piece of it.
All right. What? No.
First,
I still set the D10s.
the Astidial dice is in. D20, baby. No.
He has his blessed 1d4.
But he's not.
He's right next to you.
Let me read the verbiage. Let me read the verbiage to make sure that we're clear that you can use this. When creating magical bond, they can roll a d4 and add it to an attack roll, an ability check, or saving throw.
This should be a spell attack roll.
Yeah, baby.
All right.
15 versus 15. That's it.
Yep.
All you need is 1, baby. That bond is strong enough. Let's go, dude. Yes. Holy shit.
Good job with that butt.
we are somehow saving. We are somehow staying alive up here against all odds at this point. Let's go. Being able to negate this cone of fire once again's ravens, dissipating all of it. Old magic versus this new one. Top of the round. Vester seeing this. Inside this plague of insects. I believe he takes another piece of that. Oh, he's also got to move 5 feet in a random direction if it can move. Nice. So it's like
that's cool.
like staggered.
Fuck, bees! Shit!
Bees!
Tommy boy, anybody?
Doesn't matter how burly you are, bees hurt.
Hey, but
Creature
you're
must also make this
allergic to bees.
saving throw when it enters the spell area for the first time or ends a turn there. Okay, got it. Yeah, he's gonna stagger back 5 feet over here. Ah, get these things out of my face! Priestess! We have more work here to do. Open the portal. Oh man, dude, that insect plague that's right here in this zone, that's the whole reason he's not going in for a swing over here on you, Snorri. He's going to hold his action next to this priestess.
Sometimes old and crazy just works.
Somehow, some way, bumblefucking our way through. This priestess right here is going to nod back at him and begin casting a spell. Opening up a portal of flame. Your champion will do its work here.
Do I have another reaction since it's the top of the round?
Yes, you do have a fresh reaction.
Can I counter this again?
Absolutely, you can certainly try.
Not going anywhere today.
All right. What level are you counterspelling?
Let's see, what on earth do I have available?
You're freaking burning them, man.
I'm burning them. I'm gonna use an arcane recovery and gain back a 5th level spell slot and cast it at the 5th level.
There it is. All right. This is at the 9th level.
Shit.
Huh?
All right. This will be 12. 21 is the bar.
Set this back to a d20 so I don't pull another Estinio.
You got this, man.
This is the d20 plus 9, I believe, is your roll.
Plus 10.
And you still have that inspiration.
The
from earlier.
D4 still, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I gave him my inspo earlier. 1d10.
21.
Yep.
Plus the 1d4.
Vester is going to counterspell your counterspell.
Oh god. Mage battle.
Mage battle is on.
Can I counter that counter?
You can. You certainly can. You want to?
Hell yeah, fuck that.
All right. All right.
Oh,
So here's our battle first to see if this counterspell even goes off. This is a plus 15.
Oh my god.
31.
Oh
god.
Oh god, you didn't. What, nat 20?
Now I got a 16 plus 15.
So he's got a nat 20 basically.
Oh, he's got a
He's got to
score.
roll really hot.
You can
D4.
Yeah.
still do it with a 17.
What's your spell attack? Darzakar?
Oh, it's me. Mine's a 9. I thought it was he's counting yours first, then I was gonna counter his counter.
that's
No, you're
right.
countering him countering me, so you gotta roll to counter his counter.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
worry, I got this clear.
Question.
You just do what I tell you to do. Roll a d20 plus 9.
Shit.
Gotta be a nat 20. Will not find purchase. Counter will come off. This is a plus 15. countering towards Snorri. Oh, let's go! We're froze low.
Yes.
He will use the blessing of the flame. That is a re-roll.
Oh god.
Oh, let's go! Let's go!
Odin is with us this evening.
Oh no! Re-roll.
Give me the 18.
Re-roll. Oh my god.
The clock of the century.
That's still an 18.
Yeah.
18.
Plus your D4.
18 against an 18.
Yep, and then
18.
the 18, and then the D4. Yet again.
Once again, the bond. That is incredible, dude.
You really get close when you trip balls on mushrooms together.
Holy shit, man.
Odin is with us.
I've got to be kidding me.
Do your gods fail you?
They don't. Only their priestesses. He's just gonna backhand this priestess. Oh, yeah. Seven points of damage. You are worthless. He's going to use the rest of his piece. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, no, I could just walk through the flames. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You! Open this portal now!
So keen to run away. Scared child.
I have to. I don't have a choice. This shit's in the future. He already goes somewhere. I fucking gotta get him out of here. Fuckers are doing a good job. I'm like, I got 3 chances at it. Fuck me, the way it's going down. I gotta get away from this fucking friendship circle over here. She is going to begin casting a spell.
Can I throw a rock at her?
Got about a hero points counter spells reactions here.
Oh yeah, Darzakar can't do it. He's already used his hero point to start this chaos around the altar that's proceeded. All right, that flame portal is going to open up. But hey, dude, turns burned on this are ridiculous.
Should have moved up while ago.
Well, you didn't know it was going to be a party up here.
No, I totally have a mage slayer. I should have moved up closer.
Oh,
like,
shit.
Kaboom.
You give them hell. She's going to begin casting a spell. Another ball of flame headed up to the circle of friendship. Dexterity saving throws. We have a 1d4. Ugh. 16 is the DC on this. Yarka, you succeed. Arancis with a 10. Ugh.
I have a D4 and a D10
Okay.
inspo, right?
Yeah, you could get there. Go ahead and roll the D10 first.
Oh, lost one. I was committed to it. Wouldn't let me back out.
It's okay.
Silly advanced dice roller. D10 first. Sorry. 5.
There you go. Had to use both. You got it. You bought it.
All right.
Arnfrid. Oh, let's go, baby. Circle of friendship once again. What is my my
character?
I love that this has come together like this. Oh, okay, yeah, I just succeed, so I'll take half damage.
Question, Cap.
Yes.
Can I use deflect missile to reduce some of the damage? Because it's being thrown at us.
Unfortunately, it's flame. There's nothing there's no purchase to grab onto. You know, if it was something that, like a source. So say that it was like a flame javelin, I would let you just take the flame damage and yeet the javelin back that way. But there's nothing to catch with this flame, unfortunately. All right. Just a regular 3rd level fireball here because you guys have burnt so much shit out of their hands already. Oh, let's go. That is 2, 2, 2, 1, 2. Kvass and Odin are with us today, brothers. 23 points if you take full damage. 12 points if you take half. Wow. I can't believe I'm alive. I have 19 hit points. I should so be dead. So be dead.
Yeah, I have 18 out of 62. Both from fireballs.
I've lost 32 points of health and I still have 81.
It's just too fucking thin.
All right, down south, this dude is he got beat up by Kothel earlier. 2 swings coming in, plus 8. God, 14 won't get it done. 24 will. 1d10 plus 4. 7. It's going to use its action surge. It's going in.
No.
Yes. That was. You might have to put yourself on push to talk. Sorry. That was no. Who the? All right. 11 plus. Shit. What was I saying? That's 8. So 19. Does 19 hit? Gothel, does 19 hit?
Nope.
I couldn't hear you.
Not hit.
19 does not hit. Holy shit.
No.
Oh, there was the 20 and it rolled off. Shit. So I'm only getting I only got the 1. That's it.
Forgot my name.
That's it. 7 points of damage. Just dejected. The end of its turn, Rezo.
All right, quick question for you. At the same time that you allow us to use exhaustion points to
charge,
dash, would you allow it to disengage as well?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
Because one thing's pushing yourself forward, disengaging. It's more of a it's given for the folks that are light of feet, you know. It's a little bit more special than just trying to push yourself forward as far as you can go.
Understand. I'm gonna take an attack of opportunity and use an exhaustion point to dash.
Cool. This dude is a fucking scrub anyway, so that's what I had to do. I just had to talk some shit to not get a 4 and get an 18 plus 8, so 26. That'll hit. 1 point of damage plus 4. You take a total of 5 points from that battle axe, sir.
Cockle, did you just smack me with a stick?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, anyways. I'm gonna all-out attack on Big Boy here.
I'm sorry, but he's not there anymore.
Oh, well, shit, that changes my turn.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I didn't follow up and be like, finish everything off, because we've been doing that for a little bit. I just kind of went, my apologies, my dude. He is no longer on this battlefield.
All right, then. Well, I'll take care of this cunt then. Well, I'll try to, anyways.
I'll hold my reaction for his swings. Oh, nope, I can't. Never mind. He's too far from me.
I'm gonna use a fighting spirit card.
Go for it. Sorry, guys. He's got another episode he's got to get to.
Okay. He would not have survived this turn order, so I feel it.
I'm very, very... He could also do a lot of bad things as well, but, you know, this wasn't set to be a war zone. This was set to be an execution.
Alright, so that's an 18 to hit the first one?
Oh, yeah. They're not armored at all. Like, you have to roll incredibly poor.
That'll be 11 on the first swing. Use my bonus action to make a second swing. Alright, 27s.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, that's...
Eight.
Another 8.
She's on death's door.
Use my second action. You said hits.
Those all hit. Go ahead and roll damage on that last piece.
A max 13.
Oh yeah, DTD. You're able to down that priestess. You still have one more swing on that second action.
Let's see, how much should I move? 40. I'm gonna use the rest of my dash. Well, part of my dash and move over here.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. She's
that hits.
For another 10, and I'm gonna use my class ability, Action Surge.
Classic 40 turn.
Right.
Go ahead and roll again. Yep, it hits.
Another 12.
DTD on that priestess as she drops to the ground.
I'm pissed. Almost like a rage. Just hacking and slashing.
Oh, it's definitely a type of rage.
And that'll have to be my turn for now. I don't think I can get to anybody else. Well, actually,
You hit the fire dragon.
sure. I'll move it and use my last attack on the fire dragon. Let's see if I can hit this son of a bitch. Come on, give me a 19 or 20. 19 or 20. Damn.
That'll hit.
All right. Uh, 12.
12 points. As you look at this thing swinging into it, it doesn't do as much damage as you hope, but you can tell its figure is just barely holding up. It looks very close to when it was being summoned, fading in and out of existence.
Okay. That'll be my turn.
End of Rezo's turn. Oh no. All right. This is a big move. Wisdom save. No, not wisdom save, but wisdom check for this elemental. I'm setting my own personal DC at a 16. 16 or above, it's going to continue using its breath weapon up here. If it falls below, it's going to lash out at you, which attacked it. It will not use its breath weapon on us. It will bite out at you, Rezo. Let's go.
Friendship.
Thank you for hitting that. I didn't even think in my head the implications. Let's go. It's feral. It's bestial in its nature. It's would want to retaliate. Oh, that's not gonna hit.
No.
4's not gonna get the job done. That'll be a 26. That will get the job done.
Yep, that one will hit me.
You're gonna take 22 points of fire damage
Alright, I'm
as
gonna
it
roll
bites
my
and clamps on your body.
I'm gonna roll my was it mountains endurance or whatever it is? Racial feat or trait.
The stone's endurance
Yeah.
for being a beefy mountain boy.
Got lots of Goliaths.
5. Alright. Alright, so I still took 15.
As it bites and withdraws, you can see you are still on fire somehow. Yeah, it's going to stay locked in with you. Let's go. Snorri, it is your turn, my dude.
Your leader runs from the field of battle and disgraces himself. Snorri will spit on the ground. Those of you who stayed will reap the consequences of his actions. I'll cast Polymorph on myself
Oh, shit.
and turn into a young silver dragon.
Snorri, you would be one of the few people that I would allow you to choose from that, as those creatures are incredibly rare inside the universe. But if there's anyone here that's seen one, it would be old ass Snorri. That shit's like seeing a real UFO, you know? All right. Dragon time. Pull up your young silver dragon card.
Yep. Gonna be using Cold Breath.
Going full Skyrim, baby.
Fus Roda.
It's a 30-foot cone breath.
Yeah, that'll get the priestess and the elemental.
Yep, and it's DC 17 con saving throw.
No way. Oh, the priestess with a nat 20 survives your cold breath. The only way that she probably could.
She's pooped herself in hand.
Elemental. Oh, let's go! Crit damage on that breath. So
12d8.
12d8. Okay, so it's whatever you roll plus.
I lost my advanced roller. There it is. D8.
Good God, it starts with 96 points of damage. Don't roll ones on Dragon Breath, guys. It is death. Pure death in my games.
Okay, so
What?
12d8 plus 96. Jesus, incoming.
We got death damage coming in here.
154.
Pretty close.
I think
Pretty
that's
close.
actually what Darzius took.
Oh,
Literally.
DTD on the elemental.
Yeah.
After seeing his patron god that he devoted his life to, dishonored, a fellow icy crow, put in harm's way, with all the rage of a silver dragon itself, Snorri casts the most ferocious ice breath he possibly can, and turns this fire elemental into a solid, frozen fire snake before it crumbles to the ground.
Stuck in place. With just one priestess of the flame tucked back. As you can see, she's actually frozen in place as well. But you can see literally it's her own flame melting her out. With just her left on the battlefield. That is where we will pick up with you guys next week. Remember, she got backhanded. That is your DM note.
Don't bog stalker it, guys.
God.
Don't murder hobo, is what you're saying.
I'm saying that you have a unique opportunity that I couldn't have possibly thought of playing out.
So
That
is the
you
guy
have a
behind me
chance
dead
for.
too? The priestess lifted, the guy behind me just died, I guess.
Where you're at, you could have positioned yourself in for that cone.
Yeah, okay.
See, like her being the one that got backhanded and being the one that was actually the first to be summoning that portal. As Darzakar, I wanted to call out and literally just be like, are you really going to do this and save his ass when you could join us? And just be like, fuck you do.
So there are technically, so this is what we're gonna do. Because you have a dragon on the field that just turned that flame elemental to ice. This is gonna be a surrender situation. So you're gonna have this piece of RP with these two warriors of the Odin's Eye that are badly hurt, as well as the priestess.
There's three. There's one down right in front of me.
I thought you killed this guy.
I didn't kill the guy above me, unless you told me I did.
Also, then there's 4.
You said he was badly wounded down there.
Oh my god, my bad. I thought we just had those there. Kothel, please.
I mean,
please.
I mean, he's gonna fucking die.
Please take your turn now.
All right. Permission to eat, sir.
Hey, see, look at there. You hate my cliffhangers, but you get a bonus on this one.
And we're gonna do Divine Smite. 13. I'm gonna use my guiding bolt or guiding strike to add +10 on that.
Oh,
23 to hit.
Yes.
Let me go mark that off real quick. So that's a Divine Smite. Blah blah blah. It's gonna be 11 plus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Blip. And radiant damage.
Oh my god.
27, 38, plus 1d4. He's just gonna pull his battle axe out and just be like, "Why didn't you die a while ago?" Crack, and he just explodes.
Both of these deaths by the hedgerow just being gruesome. Just absolute primal savagery back behind this. As that camera pans away from this surrender situation, it's like the extra battles in Game of Thrones where you just see somebody getting hooked, gutted. As that camera fades back out from the scene, we will pick up with your unique situation at the start. Let's go, guys. I cannot wait to get to this story.
That was fun.
I'm excited.
This
I am
War Priest
craving
is
it.
actually quite fun.
This is amazing.
So, I have one final announcement to make to everyone. If folks are interested in playing Viking D&D with myself, Radio Mang, and the Legit, this Friday, commission session is open. Send me DMs to discord.gg/CaptainRoBear. They will be available. I will be taking Thanksgiving off like a good boy and spending it with my family. If I am out and about, you will know, because I will probably be playing very drunken Destiny with radio, more than likely, on Thanksgiving evening. And then it will be normal shows from there on out, but Caustic and Mud will be gone, obviously. And we will have no Torment's Quest because of Thanksgiving. But all our programming stands, Rare Drop tomorrow, as well as double D&D, Game of Saving Throws, and Vikings of Valhalla on Wednesday. Love you guys. Be good to each other. Wash your hands. Wear a mask. I'll be back on channel in a second. Love you guys.
Oh, yeah.